I like to share my views on mental illness. Mental illness, by and large, is as a result of neurochemical imbalance in the brain. In case there is chemical imbalance in the body, it can result in diabetes or blood pressure. Don't people take medication for it? People take medication lifelong for diabetes and blood pressure. There's no stigma associated with it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You need to take medicine so that the chemical imbalance is rectified. When it comes to mental illness, the symptom will manifest in the behavior because it's a neurochemical imbalance. So one takes medicines for the purpose of rectifying the neurochemical imbalance, and there are no behavioral aberrations or behavioral deviations. So what's wrong with that? World over, in many advanced countries, mental illnesses have been recognized and there are treatments available for it, and people avail treatments. So, it's very important that awareness is created about mental illness, and mentally ill people are not alienated, marginalized, and ostracized. Mental illness and unsoundness of mind are two separate things. Mental illness not does not necessarily impair you or render you dysfunctional completely. An unsoundness of mind is a person who does not know the nature of the act he is doing. It is erroneous to consider mental illness synonymous with unsoundness of mind. Unsoundness of mind is completely different because the person is lunatic, he cannot function normally, his cognitive faculties are completely clogged. But a mentally ill person can function, he can be rehabilitated, he can be reoriented into a society, he can take up a professional assignment, he can fend for himself. But person with unsoundness of mind is difficult. I mean, the right place for him is a mental asylum. So there is a fundamental difference between unsoundness of mind and mental illness, and they should not be treated at par. And there is no stigma or some kind of a blemish associated with going to a psychiatrist. A lot of people go to counselors. Premarital counseling is on the rise. A lot of people before getting married go to a counselor. A lot of errant students in school are referred to counselors because of their behavior, their aggressive behavior in school. They are creating problems for their peers. So if a mentally ill person goes to a counselor, what's wrong? Therapy is administered to many sports personalities because their temperament sometimes creates obstacles for them while they are playing sports. So one thing people must realize is that mental illness might not be curable. If there could be a cure for it, we never know because medical science is advancing. So all I wish to state is that don't look down upon people who are mentally ill and label them as mad. Mentally ill people are differently abled. They are not disabled. I would call them differently abled. Thank you.